Hello everyone, I am Benjaro,
And I'm Mama.
and welcome back to our return to our playthrough of our Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough. In the previous episode, we went ahead and got ourselves another new poem that we gotta show to everybody. So now we gotta decide whether we're gonna show it to Natsuki next, or we're gonna show it to Yuri next.
You choose.
Again, since you've been voicing majority of the characters, I'll go ahead and choose Yuri.
That's your character, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Benjaro. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it means that, you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. I feel like he kind of just let her words go through his head and just kind of blindly
Yeah,
agreeing.
because he would have went, ew.
Yeah. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd really like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. It looks like it's called The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I bandage my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I could see that. I was starting to kind of worry about that raccoon.
Yeah, I thought she was going to try to eat him.
It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it was my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Benjaro? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. I guess the only person we got left is Natsuki.
She's the little pink-haired girl?
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I forget all my voices, so just forgive me.
I think you just make her sound angry all the time. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once.
Aren't you supposed to be bad at this?
Is that a compliment?
No! I mean, you know.
Natsuki struggles to find the words she wants.
I just expected a lot less after what you showed me yesterday. That's all.
Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one.
Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know? Don't get used to it. You won't always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well written. No, I mean...
Ah, so that's how it is. My poem is cute?
No. Why are you smiling? It's not like that. It's not like I like cute things.
Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me.
Reading it again, I decided that it's not so great after all. It's too cute and Doki Doki. It would only impress, girls who like those kind of things.
For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through.
Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your taste, you'll probably like it a lot. You'll probably learn something too. Don't forget who the real pro is. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad and Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. What the fuck? This girl's sick.
There we go.
Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
One thing about her writing style is, at the very least, is easy for me to read.
Yeah, but it's psychotic.
Yeah, somehow it was more psychotic than yours with the knife and the raccoon.
Yeah, I just thought she was feeding a raccoon. Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Tell her she's psychotic. There's nothing wrong with liking spiders. Oh my god. Yesterday's was way too short.
I think our guy is probably just really desperate to be around a bunch of girls, so he's just blindly agreeing with all
Bunch of
of them.
sociopath. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks it doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid other people find out, they make fun of you for it or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting one and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. So she is cool with Spider? Wait, is she Amy? I'm so confused. This makes no sense whatsoever.
That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today.
Huh? Did you say Yuri?
Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things.
Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she would have some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything.
Not that he has trouble finding words.
I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, so... And Yuri made me insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson.
Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too. You better look forward to it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come, sit at the front of the room. This is about the festival. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for this festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparation. I just noticed how much taller Yuri is compared to the other two.
Yeah. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. So I guess we'll have to figure out how they're going to settle this whole festival thing in the next episode. So we will see you all then.